The 2019 Ford Ranger XL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over all the standard as well as optional equipment for the XL trim of the 2019 Ford Ranger. We've already done an XLT in a Lariat video. Look down below in the description. We'll have links to those videos, as well as we're going to have links down below to all the optional, the standard equipment as we go around it, the different timestamps down there, as well as when we get to optional equipment, I'll have prices included down there too. So definitely refer to that, move around this video, save it as a favorite if you're really in the market for a Ford Ranger. This is going to be very thorough. I like to call it the complete guide because I go over every bit of equipment, all the standard equipment. I'll even talk about some late availability things that are now standard equipment on the Ford Ranger XL that was optional in a package in job order 1. So we'll cover everything in this video. So sit back and enjoy as we talk about the XL trim of the 2019 Ford Ranger. First, let's talk about the configurations for the XL trim. First, it's available in either the Super Cab with the flip open doors here, where you have to open the front door first, and then you have the Super Crew like you're seeing here with the 4 full-size doors here. Your seat will look a little different between the Super Cab and your Super Crew. The Super Cab will have removable cushions for that, whereas your Super Crew, like you're seeing with this one, will have that benched seat back there with an armrest that comes down. We'll get more into that when we get to the interior. Also, it's available in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and then all your Super Cabs will come with a 6-foot bed, whereas your Super Cruise will come with a 5-foot bed. There is one configuration that's available on your XL trim, not available in the other trims, and that is a pickup box delete on your Super Cab 2-wheel drives. So that's going to be available. So as we go around talking about some of the standard equipment, I'll say, of course, not available with your pickup box delete. You can probably imagine what different options are not available back there. So we'll talk about that as we go around it, but the XL is kind of unique in that it does have that pickup box delete as a possibility for you. All your 4x4s will come with ePass, electronic power assist steering, which is what's great about that is it's going to go ahead and be able to control a little bit easier when you're turning in those parking spaces, but when you're in the highway, it's going to stiffen it up so that wind doesn't push you from side to side. So the 4x4s will come with electronic shift on the fly. So you're going to have that, be able to shift it from your 2-high and your 4-wheel drive settings as well. So you're going to have that. And we've got a great package towards later that I really love talking about that's going to be available as optional equipment as well. So some great configuration there. Now let's talk about safety a little bit here with this. It does have the dual stage airbag for the driver and front passenger. So it's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Also safety canopy airbag with rollover sensors that's going to deploy down if you have that situation where the vehicle rolls over and protecting it from the side or rolling over completely. Now you do have a front independent suspension, so you're going to have a great ride. Fully box frame as well, so this is a very tough vehicle. The Ranger is made to be just as tough as your F-150, so you're going to have that fully box frame. Aluminum body as well, so great truck. And I think a lot of people get this a little confused thinking it's the Ranger of the old. This is the new generation Ranger, so it's going to be a little bit bigger, plus it might be a little more expensive than the old Ranger. So keep that in mind as we're talking about this vehicle. Also, as we move forward too, keep in mind too, there's a couple options that are on this vehicle that are not available on your XL trim because we had some extra wheels available, and this also is the STX package, so we're going to talk about that. So I'll bring in some clips from Ford's website when we talk about standard equipment and how they're going to look a little bit different than this STX package truck. So let's go ahead and move forward now, talk about the front of it, and let's talk about this engine. Now let's talk about this engine. It comes in the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine with your 10-speed automatic transmission. Now this is the only engine that's available on the Ranger. In the XL or any of the trims, it has only one engine, no V6 available. But let's talk about the numbers on this. The 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine is going to have 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. So more power than about any of the other engines, even the V6s in this segment. So it's going to be a very powerful engine. Also, it's going to come with auto start-stop technology. And basically what that means is when you pull up to the stoplight or stop sign, you press your brake, it's going to shut the engine off. And then as soon as you let go of the brake, even just a little bit, you can actually hold the brake just there, it'll turn the vehicle on. So it's ready to go when you even transition over to the gas. If this is something you don't like, a lot of people have commented that they don't like this auto start-stop technology. There's a button real easily. You just press that little A with the circle around it there in front of the shifter knob, and it deactivates it for that trip. You do have to do that for each trip. Hopefully in the future we'll see Ford come up with some way of in the settings or something to be able to lock that out for indefinitely definitely. But for right now, you just press that button. We don't want to use that. Also, the transmission is going to come with the select shift transmission. So if you pull that shifter knob back into that S mode, you can shift it up and down using the plus and minus beside the shifter knob there, and shifting it up and down like a manual transmission. Also, that's going to come in real handy if you're going up and down hills, mountains and that kind of thing. That's where you'd want to use that select shift for that as well. Let's talk about the styling here on the front. This does have that molded in black grille up here that we normally would see on your XL trims. I love the design here for the Ranger. Has the Ranger stamped at the top of it up there as well. You do have these headlights. They're automatic feature. They are halogen for the XL trim. Blacked out headlight assembly in there as well. The auto headlights means that when it turns dark, it's going to automatically turn those headlights on when you have in the auto setting, and then of course turn off when it gets light out. Your bumpers down here are going to be a steel bumper here in the front, black up here. Four-wheel drives will get your front tow hooks up there as well. And these fog lights are actually a feature of the STX package. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So fog lights are not standard equipment. Right here in this spot, you'll see a molded in black look. Give you some clips off Ford's website what that looks like. So great features here on the front of the vehicle, but let's go ahead and move around to the side. Now, as I move around to the side, I do want to mention one other thing on the front that is standard equipment in all your XL Rangers, and that's going to be your pre-collision assist. So what's great about that is it's going to have three features on that. It's going to have pedestrian detection, it's going to have your front collision warning, and it's going to have your brake support. So what's great about it is it's going to know if there's someone in front of you and you're not stopped. It's going to go ahead and use a series of lights on the dash, and it's going to even initiate the brakes if it needs to on that. So that's going to be standard equipment in all your XLs. Wanted to mention that there on the front. Forgot to, so go ahead and throw that in here. So great system that's going to be standard equipment. We're going to talk about a Copilot 360 as well. That's I think standard on your XLT that is optional on this this truck as well. So we'll get into that in just a little bit as optional equipment. Let's talk about the standard wheel. It is going to be a 16-inch steel wheel. So again, this is a wheel that even isn't available on your XL. It came actually from an XLT Sport Package wheel when we put some wheels on a truck. So that's what you're seeing here. But I'll get you those clips from that steel wheel. The standard equipment. It's silver painted off of Ford's website. So real nice looking wheel that's going to be standard equipment for you. 16 inches is a pretty good size for that as well. Here on the side, you're going to have an XL badging on the fender. So it's a functional vent here on the side, and it'll have that Ranger XL, so you'll know it's an XL trim there. Also, wheel lip molding is going to be black over here, that molded in black here on the side, and that's going to help protect it as well. And it's going to have those amber lights up here as well too up here. So real nice look to it there. Your mirrors are going to be a manual mirror, so manual adjust it for the glass. You do have an integrated blind spot mirror so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot, and it's going to be manual fold as well, and then you're going to have the molded in black mirror cap here. Your door handles will also be that molded in black, and that's something you see on most of your XL trim vehicles. You can put that key in there to unlock and lock it, as well as you'll notice the back ones for those doors if you have the Super Crew models as well. So a real good look to it. 18-gallon fuel tank is going to be standard equipment on this. It does have the Easy Fuel capless filler door. Means you just open that door up, you can go ahead and fill it up. Don't have a cap to worry about losing, leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Just put that nozzle in there, it's going to fill it up. You'll also notice the little decal here tells you that if you do run out of gas and you have a fuel tank to use, it will not fit in there and won't work. So you need to make sure you use the funnel that's going to be positioned inside the cab there. So that's something standard equipment on about all your Ford vehicles anymore, but I did want to kind of mention that as well. Of course, all your 4x4s will have your 4x4 badging on the side, and we'll talk more about this STX package here in just a little bit. So real nice equipment here on the side of it. Let's go ahead and move to the back. Now, as we move to the back, I love the back of the tailgate back here. It does have the Ranger stamp in there, just like you see with the F-150 or the Super Duty here on the Ranger, letting you know it's part of the Ford truck family here. Of course, don't forget your Ford emblem with a rear view camera back here, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Standard equipment on all the trucks with the bed, so of course your pickup box delete will not have your rear view camera, or of course the tailgate and even the bed. Steel bumper back here as well for all the ones with the beds on them too, so just like the front bumpers, you have a molded in black across here as well to kind of protect that, as well as you're going to see that on the top of the rails back here too. You do have the side exit exhaust over here as well, single exhaust there on the passenger side of it. And then let's go ahead. Now this will lock and unlock with the doors. So usually when you lock it, we'll talk about some power equipment group here in a little bit different packages, but you do have the key here that can lock that tailgate up right there. So let's go ahead and open this up. In here you're going to see 4 tie downs as well, so you can see those 2 here on each side there, as well as towards the back of the cab there. So real nice having those tie downs in here. And actually it mentions 4, but I do see 6 because I also see 2 more over here. So the order guide might be a little wrong with that. Center high mounted stoplight as well. There are going to be halogen back there with the brake light, so people know you want to stop. And when you of course you have the vehicle unlocked, it's going to use those lights so you can light up the side of the box there. Of course your tail lights also are going to be halogen back here, just like your headlights were. Let's go ahead and move inside now and show you what that's going to look like on the inside of this base model trim. Now moving to the interior, and the interior of this one you have one availability for color, and that's going to be ebony, just like we're seeing with this particular vehicle throughout the dash up here, as well as down throughout the middle there is going to be black as well. So you have that polyurethane at the top, and you have a different black down there with the Ranger stamped above the glove box. And so it's just black interior, ebony interior is what they call it here on the interior. Your flooring is going to be a vinyl flooring as well as standard equipment on all your XLs. Your seats are going to be cloth seating surfaces for these. Bucket seats are the only configuration for your Rangers, even on the XL up here. So you're going to have some different manual adjustments for both the driver and front passenger. A 4-way, so you do have a lever under here that's going to allow you to move that seat forward and back, as well as a lever over here that allows you to go up and down, and a lever over here for your backrest for your manual recline. The passenger seat will be the same way over here. I do need to check, height adjustment for that one as well. So both of those seats will be configured that way. So real nice, comfortable seat, by the way, that I think you'll really appreciate. And having the bucket seats here is a great configuration. Back seat, as I said, Super Cab will have a little bit smaller, have the seat cushions that can come out and be removed, and then the Super Crew will have the bench seat like you're seeing with the armrest that comes out of the backrest there for some cup holders. So the different configuration there. There's also going to be a power point back here, whether you have a Super Cab or a Super Crew back there. Now here on the door, power windows locks for you. It does have auto one touch for the front window, or the driver's window I should say, so it's going to automatically go down. So standard equipment is going to be power windows and power locks, even on an XL truck. A manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, the lever's right over here to the left. You're going to go up and down, forward and back with that. So it's a manual tilt and telescoping that way. You're also going to have a little bit different configuration. Now I am going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to come back to the steering wheel controls after I talk about the dash here, because there is going to be some differences between if you get this as a job order 1 or a job order 2 of what standard equipment on your 100A or your base equipment. So let's talk about the climate first then. It does have a single zone manual climate control, so it is electronic though, so it's you can see all the buttons if you have what zone you have here, your fan speed and everything else like that. So you do have your climate control, and under here you're going to see 2 power points under the climate, so that is going to be standard equipment on all your XLs as well with that. Your audio controls. Now if it's job order 1, it's going to be a 4-speaker audio sound system. Job order 2, it'll be a 6-speaker audio sound system. And what you're seeing with this is a job order 2, so it's about, I think it's around February and later is going to be this configuration. Now it's going to come, again, 100A, as job order 2, sync is going to come standard with this. Otherwise, if it's a job order 1, some of those out there are going to say, well, my vehicle doesn't have sync. That's because it was part of the 101A equipment group if it was an early release. So anything after about February is going to come standard with your sync with the 4-Pass Connect. So it's going to look just like this screen here, where you can make and receive phone calls. You're going to see your audio controls in that 4.2-inch screen right there. And that's exactly where your backup camera is going to come into view as well when you're backing up. So being able to make and receive phone calls, having that sync system. And the 4-Pass Connect is great that it's going to be standard equipment from here on out on your even your 100A. That allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the 4Pass app. So it's a free app you download on your phone, and you're going to be able to make and receive phone calls, with that app you're able to remote start the vehicle from anywhere, unlock and lock the vehicle from anywhere, even schedule remote start times, find your vehicle, a lot of different great features within that. So that's going to be a great privilege for you, as well as you can do the Wi-Fi hotspots as well. So it'll come with a Wi-Fi hotspot. If you want to pay for that additional charge, then you're going to have that, basically it's going to be a modem for anybody in here, up to 10 different devices, to be able to connect to the Wi-Fi hotspots. So that's $20 a month through AT&T is the last that I heard. I don't think they've changed that for unlimited data, so that's something that comes with it. You still get benefits of all the FordPass Connect features if you don't go with the Wi-Fi hotspots and paying for that subscription there. So it's great that that is going to be standard equipment on your job order 2 on. Job order 1s would need the 101A equipment group, which we'll talk more about that in just a second. So when you do that, the steering wheel controls are going to look a little different as well. So kind of like what you're seeing with this one here, where here on the right side is going to be some audio controls, some radio controls there at the top, and down below that is we're going to see your Bluetooth controls and your sync controls, being able to make and receive phone calls, right, using those controls right there. So if you have a job order 1 with the 100A, this will be blank. You won't see these buttons over here because the sync in the FordPass Connect is not standard equipment on the 100A from job order 1. Hopefully I didn't get confusing with that. Basically, sync with the 6-speaker audio sound system is going to be part of the features for the standard equipment on job order 2, but part of the 101A for job order 1, and I'll talk more about that when we get to the 101A. And then the left side over here on the steering wheel, the top part, the D-pad up there, is going to control your 2.3-inch productivity screen between your speedometer, your tach there, your settings, all those things right there are going to be controlled with this D-pad right here. So that's how that's going to be controlled. Now down here, let's talk about this media hub for a second. You do have a USB port down here. If you have the, of course, that's going to be part of that sync. If you get sync, you're going to have a USB port down there as well. And then, of course, if your 4x4s will have the shift on the fly like you're seeing with this one right here as well. And then you have your traction control controls right there too. And that other button we'll talk about a little bit more when we talk about another package that this truck has on it. And then a nice little space to be able to put a cell phone down there if you need to, or other belongings down there. Also, you're going to have this console here, a nice padded console. You just open that up and you can see there is some space in there to be able to put some things in there. So real nice and convenient to be able to, even a little tray here, put coins or maybe small items. Looks like it's big enough for maybe a pen to be able to slide right there as well there. And then you're going to have your 2 cup holders here. Now also, a day-night mirror is going to be standard equipment on the 100A for your job order 2. That is actually part of the 101A equipment group for job order 1. So I'm sorry this is confusing. This is the way Ford's done it. But you just flip that. If there's someone coming behind you, those bright lights, and you can just adjust it under here with this lever under here. And then, of course, you have your light switches up here. So hopefully that kind of works like that. So basically, the sync with the FordPass Connect and your day-night mirror, as well as the 6 speakers, are going to be all part of the 100A if it's job order 2. But those features will be part of the 101A equipment group, which we're going to talk about next. Now we're going to talk about the 101A. Now we're going to talk about job order 1, 101A, as well as the late availability job order 2. So as we mentioned earlier, job order 1, 101A is going to include that sync system. So it's going to come with a USB port. It's going to come with the Bluetooth capabilities, making and receiving phone calls, 911 assist. All those features are going to be part of that sync technology with the FordPass Connect. Also, the day-night mirror is going to be part of this package for job order 1, as well as a 6-speaker audio sound system. Now for job order 2, all those are going to come standard on your 101A or your 100A, your standard equipment, all your XL trucks. So for job order 1, the rest of the other 4 options, as well as what's part of this package for job order 2, 101A, which is why it's probably going to be cheaper if you get this in a late availability, it's going to come with 4 features. And one of them is a perimeter alarm in the vehicle. So that means if someone comes, breaks the glass, tries to get in the vehicle, that alarm is going to go off. So it's a perimeter alarm for you. Also, it's going to come with power mirrors as part of this package. So you're going to have that power glass there. The control is going to be over here, positioned a little bit different than most of the other Ford vehicles, but it's going to be just to the right of the vent there for the driver's side over here. So you're going to be able to control those mirrors for, of course, the left and the right. It's also going to come with the cruise control. So cruise control is going to be positioned right here below the D-pad on the left side. So you're going to be able to set that cruise just like any other cruise would work right there. So that's going to be part of this package, as well as the key fob. with the tailgate lock. So you can unlock and lock it with the remote, and it locks the tailgate as well. It does have a panic alarm, and it has the flip key. So I'm going to give you an image of what that looks like so you can see that. Pretty simple of what a lot of the ones look like in the vehicles that take the keys from Ford as well. So real nice look to it. So those 4 features are included within this 101A equipment group as part of job order 2. It's a little bit cheaper. I think it's $1,100 for job order 2. Right now, even if you look on Ford's website at this time, you can't see what the cost is on that one package before that because you can't order them that way anymore. So that's how that's going to break down for job order 1 versus job order 2 for that 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about some different packages that are available, and we're going to start off by talking about packages, 2 of them that are available in either the 100 or 101A equipment group. So the first one to talk about is the bed utility package. Now this package is a great package, especially if you want to do a lot of camping or some stuff like that where you want to kind of tailgate, that kind of situation, because it is going to come with a drop-in bed liner in here. So that's kind of that molded in material that drops in here, protects the bed from scratches, that kind of thing. It's also going to come with a 12-volt plug. We haven't had one that come in yet. I'd assume it's going to be located somewhere here in the back of it so you can plug in radios, those kind of things, and be able to have a nice little outing at the your campground, or maybe even at the park, something like that, being able to play some music or plug in those different devices in there, or maybe even some of those different coolers. So that's what bed utility package comes with, those 2 features. Not available with your spray and bed liner, and not available with your pickup box delete, of course. The other package I want to talk about that's available on the 100 or 101A equipment group, and that's your trailer tow package. So what's great about the trailer tow package, it allows you to get that 7,500 pounds of towing capability. And it's going to give you the class 4 receiver hitch. It's going to be located right underneath the bumper here. So that way you're going to have that with your wiring, 4-pin as well as 7-pin wiring capabilities. So again, this tow package is optional on either one of the packages. So even your base truck, you can have that and have that 7,500 pounds of towing capability. Now we're going to talk about some packages that are available as long as you have the 101A equipment group. So you might have thought, well, what do I need the 101A for? It does give you some great features like cruise control as well as your power mirrors and that key fob, but it has that flexibility of having to be able to get these other packages as well. And one of them is your Copilot 360. So this is a new package for 2019 vehicles. I think it's even standard equipment on your XLT and above, but it includes some great features. One of them is we've already talked about, is actually standard equipment on the 100A, and that is that pre-collision assist. But also you're going to have the lane keeping system as part of this feature or this package. So what's great about it, includes 3 functionalities within that pack, that the lane keeping system, and one of them is your driver alert system. So it's going to know and sense whether or not you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, and alerts you and let you know that, and let you know maybe you need to stop, pull off, and have some coffee or something. Also, you're going to have your lane keeping alert system, which means that if you have it in that setting, if you start to leave your lane, it's going to vibrate your steering wheel and let you know that you're leaving your lane. So it's a great alert system. Also, you have your lane keeping aid. So a lot of other manufacturers have some sort of alert system, but they don't have an aid system that actually keeps you in your lane. So it's going to use torque vectoring. If it can know that you're getting close to that line, or you're right on that line, it'll actually bump you and keep you back in your lane. So it does need to know those lanes, so they're going to light up green on the markers, but it does allow you to have that. Also, with this in this package, you're going to get the BLIS system. That's a blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. And what that means is if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in a corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror on that side. Also puts a message on the dash saying if they're coming from the left or the right in a series of tones, and it's not safe to back up. Great system. Love that it's part of this package. Also, you get your rear view camera, which is already standard equipment on your vehicle. So a couple different things that are already part of this package that are standard equipment on every vehicle. But then you also do get your auto high beams up there too. So like your automatic headlights, if there's no one in front of you and it's dark enough outside, it's going to turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you, or if you're in the city lights, it's going to take those auto high beams off. So that is a feature that you can activate and deactivate in your settings screen. So if that's something that kind of annoys you, especially especially if you're in town and maybe you live on some dark streets and people come around a curve and you're afraid it's not going to work. You can always deactivate that. So that's something, one of the features that can be activated and deactivated, as well as your lane keeping system comes from the factory as an alert system. So if you want it in an aid system, you'll need to go into settings and set that up as well. So this is a great package. Again, it's available as long as you have the 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about the STX Appearance Package that this truck has on here. This is only available on your 101A equipment group, not available with your pickup box delete or with the chrome package, which we're going to talk about after this package. So it's going to change the look a little bit here on the front of it. So the bumpers up here are going to look a little different with this package. So they're going to be a little bit different shade here. They're called carbon black, so a little bit darker black here. It also is going to come with those fog lights now as part of this package, so along with this one up here. You're also going to get a little bit different wheel. It's a 17-inch silver painted aluminum wheel that's going to be part of that package. So it kind of dresses that up, takes it from that steel and gives it a cool looking silver painted aluminum wheel. You're also going to get the STX decal here on the fender, the vent, I should say, the vent cover. So that's going to be upgrading that there on the side there. Also, you're going to get your decal back here. So the STX decal, if it's a 4x4, it'll also get the 4x4 on there too. So that's going to be on there. Of course, front and back bumpers are going to be the same. And then inside, you're going to have a little bit different seat design. Seat design we saw on this one here. So a little bit different interior trim to those cloth seats. But this is a great package that's going to be available for you. Of course, optional equipment on the 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about the XL Chrome Appearance Package. Now this package is available on the 101A equipment group as well. Not compatible, of course, with the STX Appearance Package and the pickup box delete, so keep that in mind. It's going to include a couple great features. One of them is the bumpers up here. It is going to give you the chrome bumpers here on the front instead of these black bumpers. Also, you're going to get those fog lights. So STX package as well as the chrome package are the two ways you can get the fog lights. I think it might be a standalone option. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I'll leave that to later. And then also the wheel. It's going to stay with the steel wheel. So the factory wheel that comes on the 100A is going to be the same wheel you're going to get. So it is going to be that 16-inch silver painted steel wheel. Your wheel lip moldings are going to go from these black to body colored over here. So it kind of dresses that up a little bit, giving you that. And then, of course, the fender vent over here will stay with that XL. So you won't get, the STX is the only way you're going to get a different look there on the side of it. So that's what you're going to get on this package. So the wheel lip molding, your fog lights, as well as different front and rear bumpers, they are going to be the chrome. Now we're going to talk about the FX4 Off Road Package. So this is a great package. I can't believe it's even available on the XL trim. So what's great about it is this package is available on any of your trims, allowing it more versatility. Some of the others, to have an off-road package, you have to go up to more of their luxury trims, but you can get it on the XL. So if you have the XL with the 101A equipment group and your STX package, you can get the off-road package. It does require, of course, to have the 4x4. And is not available with your pickup box delete. Now this package is going to upgrade quite a few things, and the first thing you're going to notice is the electronic locking rear differential. So it's going to upgrade that differential, giving you electronic locking. Of course, 4x4, you kind of would expect that. Also, you're going to get an off-road suspension, so off-road tuned suspension for it, and it's going to also come with the off-road instrument cluster in there as well, so you can kind of see those numbers and everything as you're doing some off-roading. Also, it's going to change the front of this up here. You are going to get a little bit different look on this front bumper. This is the STX bumper, but for the FX4 package, you're going to get a bash plate on the front. Exposed front tow hooks up here and that front bash plate. So I'm going to get some images from Ford's website what that looks like. So you're going to have that on the front. We'll remove the air dam so that way it has more clearance under there. And you're going to get skid plates underneath to protect it. So if you really want to do some off-roading, it's going to protect that gas tank, your differential under there, and transfer case. Really protect it from doing any kind of off-roading there. Also, you're going to get your decals on the side, so your FX4 off-road, so I'll upgrade it from the STX to the FX4 decals on the side. But better yet, two of the biggest features that you're going to get with this, one of them is the terrain management system. So the terrain management system, first introduced in your Explorer as well as your F-150 Raptor, is now available is going to come as part of this package. So what's great about it is you go ahead and adjust the different terrains that you're going to be on. If you're on rock, if you're on mud, whatever you're on, you just change the terrain management system to the different conditions that you're driving on. So that's real nice and easy to be able to use and adjust for the different terrain. Also, it's going to come with the trail control. Trail control is new for 2019. The only other vehicle that this is available on is your Raptor. So this Ranger is truly made with this FX4 Off Road Package to go off-roading. So it is a trail control. It's like cruise control for the trail. So you just go ahead and set it from anywhere from 0 to 20 miles an hour, and it's going to go ahead and adjust everything for you as you're going up a rock cliff or up a really steep gravel road. It's going to be able to help maintain the different terrain. And it just does everything for you. You just control the steering. And you know, some people would put it this way. A lot of times if maybe you say, well, I can do that myself, I can control it. But if you maybe hit a rock and something slips and your foot hits the gas, then you're not keeping at that consistent speed that you need for that to work. So that's where the trail control really comes in handy. So great system. FX4 Off-Road Package is going to be, if you want to go off-roading in this Ranger, that's what it's built for. Get this package. I think you'll really like it. So now we're going to talk about optional equipment. These are standalone options, and all these are available in the 100 or the 101A equipment group. So they are freestanding options, as you might call them, that you would get from the factory. And the first one I want to talk about is your front license plate bracket. It is standard equipment on states that require front tag, but like Kansas where it does not, it's optional equipment, but it is a no-charge option. So if you want to have some personalized tag on the front for those states that only require the back tag, you can get that as optional equipment. Also, engine block heater, and that's going to be coming real handy if you're in a cold weather state. You leave your truck outside during the winter. You want to be able to start that up real easily in the wintertime. You can get the engine block heater and allow you to kind of plug that in to your house there. Also, you can get an electronic locking differential. That is optional equipment even on the 100A, so you can get that as well as part of these different equipment here. Also, you're going to get the running board is optional equipment too. So it's a black running board like you're seeing with this one. You ordered as optional equipment, standalone option. So you're going to get that black running board here on the side. Real nice running board for this Ranger here. Also, the back glass back here. You can get a manual slide with rear defrost and the rear privacy glass. So that can be ordered as standalone options. We did put window tint on this particular one. It'll come with the privacy glass on the back glass as well as the manual slide window. So great features for you. On the inside, you can also get the second row back here. You can get that to delete. For your super cabs, you can get a second row delete. So if you don't want that back seat, you just want cargo room back there, you can get a second row delete back there. You can also get carpeted flooring instead of the vinyls with this XL. It'll also come with floor mats. So again, some great features all around the vehicle that are optional equipment. These are standalone options available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about some accessories you can add to your truck, and you can either order these from the factory. They're going to be shipped ahead to the dealership either way, or you can buy them from your accessories or Ford parts department. Now first I want to talk about are your splash guards or mud flaps, and they're going to go behind those wheels and those wheel wells to kind of protect it from rock chips, different things that you might kick up. If you could do a lot of mudding, you might want to have these on your truck as well, so they're going to be available for you as optional equipment. Also, you can get the keypad entry key here, your keyless entry keypad is what they call it, and it's going to go right here above this. So we did order it on this particular vehicle. It's almost like having another remote, so you can set your own 5-digit code, get in and out of the vehicle. So if you want to leave the keys inside, you can, or maybe you want to access it without the keys, you can use the keypad there for that. Also, spray and bed liner is going to be optional equipment for you. Of course, it does require you to have the bed, so it's not available with the pickup box delete, and it's not available with the bed utility package. Spray and bed liner is going to be coated in here. We are a Rhino Liner dealer here, so you can get it done either way that way, but that's available for you as well back here. Also, for those without the bed, so if you want to get the pickup box delete, you still can get the rear view camera with the prep kit. So what that just allows is to be able to go ahead and program any kind of rear view camera. So if you plan on, maybe you don't want this, but you want like a flatbed, but you still want that rear view camera, it's going to have the wiring in the kit so you can have that rear view camera. So that's something great to be able to add to this. Also inside, you can get the tray-like floor liners. So those will all-weather liners. It does require to have carpeted flooring. It does make sense. You really don't need all-weather mats with the vinyl floors. But if you decide to get the carpeted flooring with the carpeted mats, you can get the all-weather mats protected as well. So those are your accessories that are available. There are some tonneau covers that are available as well. Right now they're late availability. We really haven't seen any, but there's some different bed covers you can get on the truck as well. Usually they're going to be soft covers, usually hard folding covers, sometimes even retractable covers. So there are a couple in the order guide, but they are late availability. Those are also available for you to be able to put on the back of the bed, kind of protect the interior of that bed. maybe even rain or snow from what you might have under there. So that's available as well for you. So that's all your standard as well as optional equipment for the XL trim. If there's something there you didn't mention that you were kind of hoping to see, you might check out the XLT or the Lariat Ranger videos. Those may give you some great information, and maybe some of the other equipment you're looking for will be on those. I'll have that link down in the description, as well as at the end of this video. Be looking for that there too. So hopefully really enjoy this. Now don't forget about the warranties. They are a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty with the 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So pretty similar warranties you're seeing on all the other Ford vehicles. If you'd like to see our current inventory, you can go to lawmacarthur.com. There in each one of our vehicles, you can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, as well as a VR experience. We call it a spin. It's an outside as well as an inside perspective on each one of our vehicles, similar to what you might see on Ford's website. So a great way to be able to see that. We do those on every single one of our in-stock new and used vehicles, so be looking for that inventory. So also you're going to see on our website our great internet price. We do include incentives as well as our dealer discounts to those pricing, to the internet price. So those rebates are based on our zip code. So if you're living outside of our area, you might want to give us a call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031, or you can call us toll free 1-800-874-6316. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was a complete guide for you on the 2019 Ford Ranger XL. Thanks for watching this video on YouTube, and we do have a special offer for all of our YouTube viewers, and that's going to be free shipping on any one of our Rangers to your door if you live within the 48 states. We just ask you to finance a vehicle with us. We're very transparent about that. The reason we ask you to do that is because the shipping is not free for us, but we can use some of the financing through the different lenders. They give us a kickback for every financing deal, and we can cover most of the costs. Not quite all the costs, especially if we have to go to the coast, but we can recover most of those costs. So if you just finance it with us, we can ship that right to your door. And the reason we provided that is because a lot of customers said that, oh man, they wish that we were closer to them because they feel more confident purchasing a vehicle from a dealership that knows their inventory and knows the product and knows it as well as these videos are. And so we just said, hey, what if we just, paid for your shipping for you? So we had a lot of dealerships wanting that offer, so I'm just putting that out so that you can do that as well. So great way to purchase a vehicle. You can figure out what you want. You can even order it from us and have it shipped right to your door, not even have to take a step into a dealership. So take advantage of that. Give us a call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031. Also, you can call us toll free 1-800-874-6316. Don't forget, you can check our inventory at lawmacarthur.com. And you can check out all the different inventory we have, check availability as well right there. You can even work the deal from the comfort of your home, financing and everything right there on our website. So definitely take advantage of that. Hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button and let other people know it's a great video. I really appreciate it. It really helps out the content in our channel. And speaking of that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit that red subscribe button down below this video. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video like this uploaded to our YouTube channel. We have some great Ford and Lincoln content. We also do some cool off-road trucks. So if this is the first time subscribing to our channel, go over to our channel, check out our different playlists. We have all of them set up, all the different make model videos that are put into playlists for you, as well as we have a cool off-road playlist you might want to check out, especially if you're looking for a kind of an off-road Ranger. We already have one available. We call it the Ranger Baja. Definitely check that video out as well. So hope you really enjoyed this video. And again, if you want to reach out to me on social media, I'm at Tim Bartz on Facebook or Twitter. So check me out there. And also you can leave comments down below. I read all those and respond to those. Something I missed, put those down below. Something you think that I could do a little bit better on, let me know that as well, because we want to make sure these videos are the best quality videos we can put out there on YouTube, and we've made some changes based on your guys' input. So please put those comments down below, and until the next video, we'll see you later.